Hello world, happy Monday, happy new week. This is Ndumiso Mazibuko coming at you once again this wonderful Monday morning with your Monday motivation for the week. This morning I want to talk to you about take it back. Take it back. We're living in a time, or actually we've just come from a time, and some of us are still living out the reality and the effects of what we went through over the past 2 years or so with the global pandemic that hit us, where we went through a period of loss, of great loss. We lost relationships, we lost possessions, some people lost businesses and incomes, employment was lost. There was all manner of loss. There are people who lost their health, lost even their mental health. But I want to encourage you and motivate you once again this morning with this word, that this is the time for restoration. This is the time for restoration. I know you've been maybe hearing it being said elsewhere. You've heard it being declared maybe elsewhere. I want to reaffirm and confirm that word for this season, that this is restoration time. The loss has stopped in your life. The bleeding has stopped in your life. It's time to take back everything that you lost. Restoration speaks about reimbursement of something that was taken. Restoration speaks about restitution or recompense. It speaks about the returning back to original state. So at this time, you may be thinking back to how your life was a few years ago, thinking back to how your life was maybe a month ago even, and there is tremendous loss and there's a vacuum, a gaping hole where was something of value that was there. It's time to take it back. And of course, as I'm speaking to you from sunny South Africa, you can hear our Hadidas, so I apologize for that. Restoration implies that something was lost or stolen. You can't speak of restoration unless you are saying something was lost or stolen. The Bible says in John 10 verse 10 that the enemy comes to steal, to kill and to destroy, but I have come as Jesus that you might have life and have it more abundantly. It's time for life in your life. It's time for you to have back the quality of life that you deserve, that is your portion, that God promised to you. It's restoration time. When you consider what God said, he said something there interesting in the book of Joel, chapter number 2. He said firstly, from around about verse 23, he said, I will cause the former rain and the latter rain to fall within 1 month. Because this is a nation that had gone through tremendous loss, and God was talking to them specifically about restoration. And he says, the rain that is an autumn rain and the latter rain, which is a spring rain, I'm going to cause them to all fall in 1 month. Okay. The things that you had before and the things that you had scheduled or understood were coming in at a later time, the former rain and the latter rain, God says he's going to bring them and compress them and collapse them into one season, one time in this season of restoration. It's time to take it back. It's time to take it back. I want you to have that word in your spirit with aggression. I want you to have it with conviction. It's time to take it back. Now also, we read in Ecclesiastes chapter number 3 verse 1. There's a time and a season for everything under the sun. So everything that happens is locked into time. When you have an hour, as whatever time it is now you're watching this, there is something that this time is pregnant of, that is supposed to manifest. When God blesses you, he doesn't drop down money and possessions from heaven. He often gives you time. And that time comes loaded and pregnant with what he has for you. Now, going back to what he said in Job, in roundabout verse 25, he says, I will restore to you the years that were eaten up by the locust. He doesn't say I'll restore to you what you lost. He doesn't say I'll restore to you your possessions and your wealth. He says, I'm going to restore to you years. Why is God promising a restoration in the form of time? Hey, I want money in my bank account. I want a car in my garage again. I want shelter for my head. I want the things that I lost. And God says, yeah, I know what you lost, but I'm going to give you time. I'm restoring time. I'm restoring years so that you use the time to pull out of it what I have made that time and that season pregnant of for you. So God is going to compress years that you lost. He's going to take what was in time before, what was in the years gone by, all of that you lost, but also you were supposed to get but didn't get or didn't do. He says, now I'm going to restore that time. And within that time is everything that you need. So don't waste time. Don't take time for granted. In it, time is pregnant with everything that you need. It was in the book of 1 Samuel, chapter number 30, verse 8. Well, not. David says to God, the Bible says, David inquired of the Lord, Lord, should I go after them? Should I overtake them? And should I pursue these people that have stolen my stuff? And God says to him, David, go after them, pursue them, overtake them, and you will recover all. I'm declaring that over your week, over your month, over the rest of your year. You are going to recover all. Take it back.
Hello guys, my name is Julia. Have a nice week.
My name is Efishe. God bless you.
Hello guys, my name is Uya and I believe in you.